jubbly. Hello, Stephen West. Your first one of the day. How are you, buddy? You alright? Good afternoon from sunny London. Cheers, everyone. Just having a quick beer in nice sunny London before I head down to Speaker's Corner. Currently in Hyde Park. How's the sound? How's the quality? Put 5 times 5 in the chat if everything is alright.
Go on the grass.
There are police everywhere.
Police everywhere, she says. For these hooligans at Speaker's Corner. So there's some police, there's the hooligans waffling at Speaker's Corner. Hello, Heat Jar 63. You're not supposed to, but I do. I got told off a few times, Stephen, for chaining my bike to the rails. The zoom's alright on this, isn't it? Yay! So we'll be heading up to the Waffle Corner in a few minutes, just about to finish the beer off. We've got 21 people in the chat watching. Hello, 21 people. Can you put in the chat, if you can type, where you're watching from, what country you guys are watching from? Kensington, oh, just down the road. Lovely. Right, guys, I think I'm ready to waffle. Waffle on, here we go. Yes. Let's get the stick ready. Devonshire, Gloucestershire, Sainsbury, Wiltshire. I like that everyone's from a shire. I think that's alright. Right, let's go down to Waffle Corner, aka Speaker's Corner. We're live in Hyde Park. Doesn't look like there's many speakers today, but we'll check them all out. Hello officers, hot day today.
Right.
Have you got a fan under there or some air conditioning now?
It's been worse. Last Monday was hot.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not too bad to breathe. So, yeah. All good.
Cool.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, you too?
Forget about the hereafter when Jesus will be giving all the
my friend. Do not complain. This I've led a boring good.
But you won't get any stories on how many women actually kill men or destroy the life of men.
Here comes the first speaker. Hello, Carl.
No, it's not. It's domestic violence if it is. Or it's an attack.
That happened a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was horrific.
That's to do with those girls. What about stabbing
Yeah, and there's an awful lot of things that women do to boys. And
why do we have to talk about, why do you know, say one thing's bad but not the other?
The reason this is here, because we don't. The reason that I don't do that because no one agrees that it's just bad. All we ever do is talk about what men do.
Hello, Joe.
Isn't that because of the society that men have created though? Like, we live in a patriarchal society that men have created themselves.
We did live in a patriarchal society. No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Women are still being killed because they're women at the hands of men every single day.
Yeah, and so are men.
My friend's getting raped on a daily basis when their boyfriend is beaten up constantly.
Then why isn't she in a shelter?
Because she can't leave, because he's scared to leave, because he's so dangerous, because men are dangerous. Yes,
no,
it's not
women
all
are
men.
dangerous as
It's
well.
not all men, I completely agree, but
Women are dangerous as well.
Do you have daughters?
No.
Well, if you did, my dad was a bit similar to you a few years ago, and I said to him, Dad, the reason you tell me to call you when I get home, while you book the Uber because I don't mean walk home, is because you're not scared about me getting attacked by women, you're scared about other men out there. And the penny dropped for him, and he was like, oh my god, yeah, maybe we are the problem.
Because they know there's a lot of damage to men. There's a lot of damage and destructive men in the world. There are damaged and destructive women as well, but we don't see that. And a lot of these,
all the time.
we do not. No, they're not. And they're not being held accountable for what
Maybe
they
not on
do.
the social media.
No, women are not being held accountable for the things they do. Because when a woman does a crime which is similar to a man, the leniency they get in the courts is huge compared to the
What do we do that's so terrible?
crime like men, like hurting people, robbing people, violence, intimidation, all sorts of things, robbery, fraud.
So what would you like to change?
What I'd like is for the genders to be treated the same and actually to stop
But they can't be
talking.
treated the same.
No, they're not the same, but in law.
Equity over equality, in my opinion. I think people
Equity over, what do you mean by equity over
I
equality?
think if people have lots more barriers to, jump over to reach a certain goal, those barriers should be minimised.
Yeah, but what happens is you end up with like affirmative action. You end up with a lot of people who actually answer the job, up to the job, in the job. And I'm not talking about men and women here. I'm talking about the person relevant to their sex.
Okay, well, I'm
plenty
sure
of women.
it's very cringe what you're doing right
No,
now.
I'm not. There's plenty of women who are brilliant at their job. I've worked with women who are.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
You see, your cynical way, and you're completely this. You've got
I
the
just think it's
feminist,
hilarious how you're out here on a
feminist
Sunday.
lens.
I love how you're here on a Sunday preaching this is so sweet. It's really cute.
And now you're insulting me and degrading me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what, this isn't insulting and degrading.
No, towards I'm criticising feminism, not women.
What's the feminism is literally just bringing out equality, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I agree that
It's
there's
about
far right feminism, but there's far right in everything. Isn't the far right bad in any
Rather,
realm?
feminism is a huge spectrum.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
And
Beware of the sexy ladies.
Feminism, bloody Trotskyite feminism, Marxist feminism, sex positive, sex negative. They all have the same root which says the patriarchy is the problem.
It is the
and
problem.
it is not.
The patriarchy doesn't benefit you lot either.
I know
patriarchy is terrible for everyone.
No, it isn't, and so is the matriarchy. The matriarchy
No
is
one's
even
asking for a
worse.
matriarchy.
No, well, actually, it is a matriarchy in many respects. It needs to be both.
How's it a matriarchy? How are we living in a matriarchy?
Because what happens is socially, women have more power than men.
No, we
They
do.
do.
We're getting killed on a daily basis.
No, you're not getting killed on
we
a daily.
are.
There are some women here and there getting affected, and there are some men getting affected.
Of course, everyone gets affected.
So why would men hate women? Men who do the harm. Why would they
Because
hate
they
women?
have an ego. A lot of
no.
men are they are
Well,
violent.
why would they have that inverted ego?
Because of the patriarchy we live in.
No, not because of the patriarchy. Because often a lot of men who are destructive and murderous and horrible are very angry at women.
Yeah.
And often they're very angry at women for the same reason some women are generally angry at men, because of the way they've been treated.
So what your resolution is just discard feminism completely, not work together to solve.
No, feminism will never work together with men.
I'm a feminist and I love working with men.
No, I mean, but you won't in your indoctrination and when you're talking about, because you think all this is
Well,
bad.
you think you're more indoctrinated right now, like setting up here on
No,
Saturday
a lot of
afternoon.
this material comes from women. A lot of this material. And
You're a big fan, then.
and we go back to in the 1970s, the woman who set up the first battered women's shelter, Erin Christie, who's hated by feminists, was the first one to actually start helping women who were battered.
What's your conclusion then? What do you think should change?
I think what should change, I think people need to stop looking at this fairy tale that women are these wonderful sweetlings and men are these terrible things, and start looking at that there's actually both
I don't
good
think
and bad
anyone
and
thinks women are these
No, they do.
wonderful things.
And not only
I
that,
don't think so.
when any time a woman does do something bad, excuses are made.
Like when?
Everyone
I don't see
immediately
that.
makes excuses.
I don't see
they
that
do.
in society at
well,
all.
often when it comes, if a woman commits a terrible crime, people are more concerned about how she's going to be treated than actually the people that she's hurt.
I disagree with that completely.
Well, you can.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. I think when in
Occasionally.
society we see on a daily basis women getting stabbed in the street and Taylor
And
Swift
men are being stabbed. More men are
by
actually
other
affected
men.
Hello,
by
Batman.
crime. Yes.
By men. They're
Yes.
getting stabbed
And
by men.
often when a man is attacked by another man, there can be a woman involved as well.
I think this is a bit out of touch with what you're doing right now,
Well,
especially
you
in this
can
climate
do.
that we're listening.
You're welcome to. And you talk very fast. Slow down.
Sorry.
Because you're doing what a lot of the media does, is you're trying to get as much information out as possible because you think I'm going to stop you talking.
I don't think you're going to stop me talking.
No, I don't think anyone will, but this is everyone, and not only that, everyone talks in a style of like litigation where they say you're this, you represent that, you're saying that.
Well,
That's
you
what
are.
people do.
You are representing this and you are saying this.
Yes,
It's
I am,
right.
because and wherever do you go to get anyone to talk about anything from a man's
I'm
point
sure on
of
your
view?
Twitter feed, I'm sure there's a lot of...
Oh, there
of
is
that.
now,
Yeah, I can imagine.
And there
yeah.
has been since 2012, it's gone on because there's been a lot of experts, men and women, who have talked about what feminism has done for men, and also talked about women who are criminals who have got
I
away
just
with
feel
it.
a bit sorry for you that you have this mindset.
Oh, here we go to the sarcasm
No,
again.
I genuinely feel sad
No,
that
you
you've had
don't.
this
I
bad
genuinely
experience.
feel sorry for you that you've been indoctrinated, and it may affect you getting a partner in the future. And
I'm
maybe
alright, thank you. I've got a partner.
you've got a partner. Does he do what he's told?
No, actually, he's his own person.
And does he ever say no to you?
Of course he does,
Oh,
because
good.
we have a very equal relationship.
Well, I hope that you both say no to each other at times. Because a lot of women who say, oh my, no, their husband said no to them, it would be the end of the world.
I think we have different experiences in life.
I
I think
would
that's
say
what's
so,
led
yeah.
you to this point. I think maybe be more open-minded.
So what's your background?
What do you mean?
Oh, I could tell you my background and then maybe you tell me yours.
Go on then.
I come from a very dysfunctional family, generations of it. And I grew up as a bit of a feral child, not a dangerous child, but feral, with my sisters. My grandmother, maybe my great-grandmother and my mother left their children. We had dysfunctional fathers as well. I went into care. And what I found in all of that, and I used to find it very funny that people said women are nice, because a lot of the women that I had around me in dysfunctional families were not nice.
That's cool. And I can
And
imagine.
often they had the power. And what feminism doesn't understand is men's responsibility. And it's a way a woman can control men is through the man's responsibility and often through guilt.
Yeah.
And a lot of things like that. And a man can be held accountable, and a lot of people will believe in women. And this is why I've got sociopaths and psychopaths, and I'm talking about both sexes there. Every race, every gender, every religion has sociopaths and psychopaths among them. And what you will find is that those people put everyone else against each other.
I think your experience in life is obviously very different from mine. Completely.
Yeah, and a lot of people come from backgrounds, reasons no one's ever perfect, everyone has problems. But they don't understand dysfunctional families, and they can't spot people who are dysfunctional, who are actually playing on things. And one of the things dysfunctional women would do, where they get a gold medal for it, is play the victim and go from place to place to place and say, this has happened to me, that's happened to me. And they often
Do you
go...
think it's a society problem, or is this just your personal experience?
It's a society problem. Because I've worked with men and women for years, lots.
It sounds to me that you've had a situation in your life that led you to hold this anger towards
No,
women.
yes, again, of course, anger. There was anger, but now I'm actually trying to talk sense because I'm not angry.
What would you like to see different though?
I would like men and women to be talking about, if they're going to talk about awful men they meet, don't forget to talk about the awful women. Because often,
do that.
no, but often if men talk about a certain woman who's behaving badly, other women really don't like it. And that blocks people from actually talking to actually
Maybe
evening
it's
out.
more to do. Maybe it's about the men just don't tend to talk to each other about important topics.
Yeah.
That's why women are so.
And why do you think men don't actually open
Because of
themselves
the
up?
patriarchy.
No, not because of the
Society that you
patriarchy.
guys created.
Women are the biggest critics of men who show weakness.
And aren't men the biggest critics of women as well? Hence why we're getting stabbed on a daily basis.
They're not getting stabbed on a daily basis. Is
Women
anyone here
die
been
every day
stabbed
at the
this
hands
week?
of men.
Yeah, no, and also
Every
there
day.
are women, every day women are harming men and destroying
But
men as well.
It's not because
It's
they're
not
mad.
based on
Men are hurting women because they're women. It's gender-based violence.
It is not gender-based violence, it's dysfunctional and also to do with anger and a lot of other issues, and also to do with violence and criminally devious people and a lot of out-of-control substance abuse, all of these things. A lot of it goes back to childhood.
Of course, and I agree with
And
that. It's
who
all
is the key
childhood
person
related.
in childhood? I'm not just blaming women, it's men and women, but often women treat their sons poorly. They often can treat
That is
daughters
the
very poorly.
biggest stereotype in the whole world.
It is, but there's also truth in
There's a stereotype that women
stereotypes.
treat their sons with more praise and respect than their
No,
daughters.
some women do. I know a woman who did,
Well,
and she
that's
neglected
the thing, isn't it?
neglected a daughter.
Everyone has
And that was
different-
Rhea.
Everyone has a different
They
experience.
do.
in life.
But what you don't know,
can't
you just
brush
think
one
it's me.
paper.
You just think it's me with my songbook. It's not. There's a silent amount of
I thought
people.
silent, trust me, your group of people are very loud.
Oh, they are on the internet,
Oh,
yeah, if you
completely.
follow it, yeah, but they need to be, because they're not listened to.
Okay, so what your conclusion is,
My
you
conclusion
want men
is,
to have more of a chat
is
about why they're so
no,
counselled.
the dogma of feminism that talks about history and man's place in history and how men were supposed to have all the power and all they did was dominate and degrade women, start looking back at it. Because there was a reason why a working class woman couldn't go to the bank to loan money. Do you know why it was?
Why?
She had to have an uncle, a man, because when a woman spent the family's money, the husband was held accountable for it in those days, and he went to the debtor's prison. So society's way of dealing with a couple was to deal through the man.
But once again, this is all about generalisations. Like,
It's not, it is a
you're making
generalisation,
sweeping
but
statements.
it's one of the reasons they did it. And it's one of the feminists say, oh, women weren't allowed to do this. There were reasons for it in the time, because there were no safety nets for anyone. It was the church, and if your children were born out of wedlock, they couldn't go to an orphanage. There were workhouses. By the way, the debtor's prison, the family was relied upon to bring the food in. The people weren't fed. Men weren't fed that way in
Are
there.
you married, mate? Mate, are you married?
No. People always
See you
ask,
later.
and he's done such a great job. And now you've gone because you realise
Oh,
that
it's just
I'm not the bigot.
understandable.
Because you can't. No, you're not. That's an excuse. Because it's a lot more
I don't want to spend my
complex.
Sunday talking about this anymore.
Well, then why did you come here?
Because I was intrigued to know what your message was, and I'm still not really that clear to be honest.
No, because you don't want to know.
I've been listening to you for the past
No,
how
but you
long?
haven't been listening.
I have.
You haven't.
I have.
All you hear is what you've been taught. You've been hearing the.
So you can say the same thing about you, mate.
The feminist means cap.
All this is
You need a
everyone's
binocular to
perception
see
of life.
things from both male and female
Can't we say the same
sides.
thing about you though? Like you're.
It's not
what you're
about
doing
me.
here today.
It is about me, but it's not about me. I'm here. I'm important here because it's who I am and what I'm doing. That's important. But I'm actually talking about something that's never talked about. The traditional families, men and women, know what I'm talking about.
I'm from a very traditional family, and my dad would disagree with everything.
Yeah, but your generation was brought up
My
in
dad's the same age
feminism.
as you. He
Yeah,
would be
you are.
disagreeing with
And I was
everything
brought
you
up
say.
in it. And I was brought up with relatives
He had a
and all the rest
dysfunctional
of it.
family,
that
but
were
he hasn't allowed it
feminists.
to indoctrinate his mind to become such an angry person.
I'm not an angry person. I'm trying to describe. Do I look angry? I might do. I don't know. Do I look angry to people?
You don't,
I mean, my
you don't
face
sound
might be
angry now,
red.
but this whole thing that you're doing on a Sunday
Yeah,
afternoon.
because it's all focused
seems angry.
on criticising feminism. It's almost like if you go to a restaurant that's a steak restaurant and then complain you must have something in for chickens because you're not serving chicken or turkey. The reason it's there, that's what it does. There are very few places you can go to hear things from the male perspective and criticising the female perspective, which is feminism, or a feminist perspective. It's not the female perspective. A lot of women I talk to are sick to death of feminism. Smart women, professional women. I'm not a traditionalist. I'm not saying you can't go to university or anything. I'm not telling anyone anything. What I'm telling is that this ideology has damaged society.
Well, you think the society before was better, it worked better?
No, it didn't. There were a lot of things wrong with it.
So why do we all
But
just
what
work
it
together
did,
and create
what
a nice new
because
society?
feminists won't do that. Because they're
I'm pretty sure they're open
extremists.
to discussion.
They're zealots. Our problem doesn't matter religion, sexuality, vegetarianism. It doesn't matter. You'll meet zealots and everything. And
Exactly.
zealots don't communicate.
That's what I'm saying, like you're talking about far-right feminism that not many women...
No, there's no. What about far left? It's even worse. It's far left feminism. There's no far right feminism.
Well, I meant far-left then, sorry.
Yeah. Our problem is the far left now. And if you want to look what communism did in societies in every country in the world and the death toll, you should look at the far left. And critical theory, cultural Marxism, all this. Feminism is not the cause. It's actually a tool, and it's broken down the family. It's made the family weak, and it's made the next
I think
generation
maybe
weaker.
it's partly because women have to work now, because obviously everything's so expensive.
Yeah, a lot of women are
there's
complaining about
childcare
that.
commitments. I think women and men both having to work, which obviously is a great thing, but it causes a different change in society. Like back in the day, women obviously didn't really need to.
Women,
Now they
actually,
do.
working class women always work. Most people don't realise that. They often, for a start, there was nothing. You couldn't push the button. There were no buttons. Everything was done by hand, and they often did
Yeah, like I said
part-time
before,
jobs.
those working class women working weren't even able to open their own bank account.
No, because the husband was held accountable for the account. But a lot of women will actually do the accounts for their husbands because they're better at it. And in many cases, that's what would have happened. Because they're more savvy when it comes to money. And often the husband would come home and give the money to his wife and have her spending money because he doesn't want to deal with all that.
Yeah.
He's out doing manual work all day. And she will handle the family's accounts and bring the family up well.
Sounds like nice.
Do you know, married women used to go to work later than single women because they were expected to get the husband to work and the children to school. There were different things in the past.
Yeah, so I'm just confused on what you want to go forward, like what do you want to change?
What to go forward is we start actually challenging what feminism has said about men and women. Because a lot of the extremists, the bourgeois upper class feminists from the past. This is not, I don't have a website, this is Studio B.
Hello,
Janice
Anne-Marie.
Flamingo is an academic. Her work is brilliant. In fact, a lot of feminist academics actually are stereotype on ugly stereotypes about women. They're not actually good academics. She is, and there's a lot of people who are. And there's a filmmaker who made the film The Red Pill, who was a filmmaker and a feminist. And the whole movie talks to her journey, is about her journey as a feminist, talking to academic and political feminists, and then talking to the men and women in the men's rights movement and little piss poor charities that get no funding. Because nobody cares, nobody empathises. Men were the tool how women used to survive when there were no safety nets in society. And the men were as dependent upon the women as the women were upon the men. You don't realise that.
Don't we all depend on each other now?
We should do.
I think we do. In modern day relationships and marriages, both people have to
Yeah, but
work.
there's a reason, because we're wealthier. There's a recent book out called The Fourth Turning, which was two researchers. This is not about feminism, it's about generational stuff. And they did this book as researchers because they wanted to know why the boomers were so different to their parents. And they worked out there's dips and dives, four of them, which talks about personality types, because in the 1960s the boomers were all about self-freedom, self-expression. Their parents weren't. They were more conservative, which explains a lot of this stuff, if it's all true, which most of it probably might be, it might not be. But it's really interesting. It'll explain the attitudes of the boomers and how a lot of them weren't good parents.
It's generational trauma at the end of the day.
Not just trauma, but also opportunities that where people are actually a lot better off, and the lessons they get from their grandparents and parents don't mean anything to them because they've never seen the hardship. And it's going to change back.
Oh, we got the big nose here.
How did Mary know that Jesus was dead? Exactly.
Christianity is not everybody's food. I know. Christianity is not. I'm not. That's why you're here. That's why you come here.
What's the way? Controlled by the system. How? You're not controlled by the system. You're all controlled by the system.
How am I controlled by the system? How am I controlled?
Who's to say who's going to have to say? So if someone lives,
Alright, why don't you go please back to your government? Why don't you go please back to your government? Why don't you go please back to your government? Why are you here then? Yes. Why?
because they don't believe in God.
I need to know. Wait a minute. You said Islam is peace. Who are you? You want to say Islam is peace? You said Islam is peace. You're from Iraq. Iraq is an Islamic country. Therefore, there is no peace that you
Still another fabrication was needed to enable Rome to profit by the creation of devices. The Roman Empire is how the King James Bible came about. It's all written in blood. Same thing with the Quran, same thing with the Torah. Why did you go there to leave there? Above all things? No, I believe.
So you know it. That's what I'm asking you to clarify. I'm asking you to clarify. I don't know who knows it.
Not like her, who's like, you need to leave
We gave you a right. We gave you oil. We gave it back to you.
Why don't they want it? Why don't they want to see you strong? Why?
No, but whatever they hit.
Do you ever see
Why don't they want it?
They don't give that bullshit. Yeah, so they don't give that bullshit.
I'm not making it clear.
That's what I'm asking.
Why they go to live in Muslim country and we don't say to them nothing. And when we come here, we say, oh, this is no Muslim country.
So what happened?
It's nothing to do with you. I come here to spend my money. Yeah, I come here to spend my money. I can go to wherever country.
Okay, what is stopping you to go today? You know. To another country. What is stopping you?
Nothing stopping me.
Exactly, so you can leave now, yeah?
It's nothing to do with you.
How is that Hyde?
Okay, did you show Quran to enter to the country of God? Yes, yes.
Except everyone.
Version. Yeah, Persian or Ivory.
Version, you're version.
Ivory.
Okay,
That's why you don't want to see your face, huh?
So you go back to your country also. Why are you telling others?
I'm version, what a mess. Oh, the fucking
You are not
time.
Anglo-Saxon.
Oh my God.
Go back to your friends. Go back to your country. We all will go.
Oh my God. After this one, all over the love.
I never said go back, I said why.
That's what you just said.
Listen, you said you can go.
I know. Islam, get out of here.
You asked me. Funny thing is, you asked me. And
You know,
How am I resting up at you?
you know you.
It's confirmation bias.
Islam, get out of here.
He's comparing what you say.
you stupid. You're saying stupid things. I know what I'm saying.
Okay, tell me again.
I know what I'm saying. And then I've been everything.
What's your education background? What's your qualification?
I'm more educated than you.
Okay, what is
I'm
it?
more educated than you.
What is it?
You know, I spend my money to be
Listen, I have 2 degrees. I have 2 degrees.
You got nothing. All you got is big nose like that.
I have.
Nothing.
Listen, I have 2 degrees in cleaning toilets. What have you got?
I got more than you.
Yeah, well, what have you got? Name it.
Why should I tell you what I got?
You're
Who are you?
illiterate. Exactly. That's
Who are you?
my proof. I have 2 degrees in cleaning toilets.
Why don't I have
Degrees? Yes. No, I said I have 2 degrees. Okay, what do you have? What do you have? What's your? You say illiterate. When I say illiterate, ladies and gentlemen, I know what I'm talking about. You are illiterate. You understand? Low EQ. Low EQ. Okay, you understand that? What do you say about it? It does matter. So what have you got?
Did you say England belongs to Alan? What about protesting of him?
I've got it from myself. Listen, you are you grateful or proud to be living in this country?
نضيع مع وقتك. هم عادي يروحوا لو بتطلع مع شيء كان صح. لا هم عادي يروحوا البلدان العربية. يعيشوا في البلدان العربية. لا مو عادي.
اساسا يحاول يسحب الحديث على ان الاسلام الحكمه العربيه لا تطلع عنه العرب هو يحاول
هو اصلا مو بريطاني يقول يرجع البلد هو مو بريطاني
So hello everybody, this is Local Experimentalist UK live streaming live at Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park.
Can I answer the question?
How is everyone in the chat?
Let me answer the question.
Put 1 in the chat if you smash the like button and I'll give you a shout.
Converts, their first went back out into the known world, which was the road, the Roman Empire, and Babylon, and Syria. They all went back to the nation of England.
Hello Heat Jar. Hello Cole Stevenson. Big up the Cole Stevenson. Outer Hell. Hello. Hello Sharon.
Then they went back to Europe, Gaza, and New Testament.
then there's the 2 arguments of more between
I'm live almost every Sunday here at Speaker's Corner. There's not many speakers speaking today. It's still early, about 3 o'clock. There'll be more speakers, hopefully. Hello, Manda. Hello, Stuart.
3,000 converts went to the world preaching Messiah. Then, before Paul the Apostle, then Paul the Apostle.
That's a good thing. No, you know how you got
The Holy Spirit is a Jewish spirit, God of Israel, the Messiah of Israel. The Holy Spirit always leads me back to the Jewish people, the Jewish Israel, the Jewish people. It will lead me to Protestantism.
Hello, Vape King. I've got my vape here.
The Holy Spirit is made.
I stopped the cigarettes about 5-6 months ago now.
Bonfire night in the UK is English Independence Day.
Hello, Doctor Who.
Through the 3,000 converts.
When?
Oh, 1 AD, okay, whatever. Whatever.
And it's not worth even discussing. This man has completely rejected. This man has completely rejected church history, apostolic history, apostolic tradition. Right? And you can
Yes, Batman. How you doing, guys? In the chat.
Yeah, protesting against who? Everybody. Wasn't. Protesting against the Roman Catholics in after Temple, Luther and Calvin.
Have one of those sweet hot fucking bodies. That is and all we've got, hold on, we're three men covering, hold on, trying to how I, and you can speak to anybody. So at the end of the day, what we're doing, there's certain facts, we're not three different nations,
Hello, Viva.
we're all of one blood. What I was trying to show in our brother is that if you put us both, Lord is going to come out of all of us. That is a
you will not be able to say that you didn't know. So, a lot has happened since we were last here. Africa is on the rise, and the corrupt puppet leaders working on behalf of Washington, London, and Paris are shaking in their boots. I'm talking about the corrupt African leaders who are in the pay of the so-called Western democracies. Because one young lion has woken up in the nation that they call Burkina Faso. And among the masses of our long-suffering people on the African continent, they have seen and they have heard this young lion. And now the masses are also standing up and throwing off the colonial system that has kept African people and the African continent underdeveloped, impoverished, and downtrodden for centuries. What about the monkeypox? There has been an attempted assassination of a former president of the United States of America. Because America now resembles the so-called banana republics that they have historically pointed their fingers at, where they say that these banana republics, instead of democratically beating their political opponents at the ballot box, they kill them by gunning them down in the streets or at a political rally. We have been also witnessing the live streaming of a genocide fully backed and supported by most, if not all, Western governments and their media. And by the way, let me just say this, because we've been coming here and we've been
Paranormal Channel
the people in Hyde Park and the people in the UK and the people in the world that we are taught in the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as taught by the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that the white man is the devil of our scriptures, not based on name calling, not based on some fantasy, not based on emotion, but based on actual facts, based on actual facts of history. And we said the last time we were here, and we said it in particular to many of our Orthodox Islamic brethren, we said, wait a few days, because the white man is going to prove to you who he is. And now we are beginning to see the mask of civility slipping from his ugly face. And he is showing his true colors. And so,
you should be arrested.
This live streaming of a genocide is being supported and backed financially, politically, and even with the media. And this is the reality that we are all witnessing today.
Yeah, it's good. Yes, brother, good.
Ali Dawa said
This,
good.
taking a piece for all day.
Good.
this is just a little aside that I want to say. I want to say to all of the white people, all the white people who took it upon yourselves to go out and demonstrate in support of the Palestinian people, you are to be applauded. To go against the wickedness of your own government. Because historically and traditionally, many of you have gone along with what the media tells you and what your government tells you. But we have witnessed over many months, hundreds and thousands, in fact, in the millions, of all peoples, but I'm talking now specifically to the white people, who have taken the courage to go on demonstrations even while being called names, being called apologists for terrorism, being called supporters of Hamas, being called all manner of ugly names. Yet, you have stepped out of your comfort zone in order to stand in solidarity with the people who are being displaced and genocided. I applaud you for that. And I say to the white people, I know many of you have had your minds booby-trapped against the nation of Islam. And you've been told that we are this terrible hate group, and that we are anti-Semitic, and that we hate everybody. We hate gays, and we hate lesbians, and we hate, and we hate, and we hate. But let me disabuse you of the lies that you've been told. We are, first and foremost, a group of people who love God, love ourselves, love our people. And because we love God, love ourselves, and love our people, we haven't got time to be looking to fall in love with you, especially if you don't love us. We would rather concentrate our efforts and our energy on the love of God, the love of self, and the love of
Hello,
kind.
Agent X.
But if you are one
Yes, good, brother.
Who is able to bypass the propaganda, the lies and the slander and the innuendos. We invite you to listen to us for a few minutes. And you tell us, honestly, if you can hear hatred coming from us, or some foolishness coming from us. You won't hear it, except your own bias will allow you to hear what it is you want to hear. We are here to give you good news about Almighty God, Allah, and we are here also to give you warning, because dark days are ahead. We have warned in the past what is coming in this country and the West and the rest of the Western world, and the recent violent, racist riots have been fomented by politicians such as Suella Braverman, Rishi Sunak, Nigel Farage, and even Starmer himself. Because I know some of you are excited about Starmer. You feel so relieved. Oh, we got rid of the Conservatives. Now we got Mr. Starmer. He's so wonderful. Really?
We don't see difference. I don't know.
All of these politicians, they've all been pointing their finger at so-called illegal immigrants. And this is what ignited, fermented and ignited these recent riots in our streets, where black and brown and Islamic people have been targeted in these violent outrages. White men
Why you
today
listen to him? Excuse me, sir.
are angry.
Why you listen to him?
You shut up.
Because you're Christian.
White men are angry
Not your brother.
because they see
My brother.
the end of their world coming. White men are angry because all of their lives they have been taught that they sit on top of the planet, and that they are superior to the black, the brown, the yellow, and the red.
Listen to him what he said.
And today, they can see that this is no longer the case. Because despite all that they have done around the world, despite all of their infiltration into other people's territories and lands,
Give him your new card.
today, just like the British Empire, that they boasted that the sun would never set on the British Empire, and they watched the British Empire shrink down to something like the Hackney Empire. Now they are seeing their influence around the world waning and becoming less and less and less. And every time they look around on the streets of Britain, white men see faces that look like mine. They see Asian faces. They see Middle Eastern faces. They see Oriental faces. And they feel that they are being overwhelmed, that they are, these are the language that they use, they're being swamped, they're being taken over. And they don't know what to do about it. And by the way, this is not just a kind of surface emotional reaction. This actually goes very, very deep. Because something that Caucasian people know intrinsically and within themselves,
I don't know what we know, but that man is too close to you, man.
Especially among the elites, they know that black skin, listen carefully now, black skin is dominant. This is in genetics. Black skin is dominant. Light skin is recessive. Dark eyes are dominant. Light eyes are recessive. You can take the recessive from the dominant. You cannot get the dominant from the recessive. That means that the black man is the original man of the planet Earth, and all human beings, you come from us. We are your mother and your father. You cannot produce us, but two black people in Africa can lay down tomorrow and we can produce blonde hair and blue eyes and white skin. Amen. Or what you might call albino. We have the whole color spectrum within the black man and the black woman. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization. Two white people laying down together cannot produce yellow. They cannot produce brown. They certainly cannot produce black. They can only produce white. And white, as I've stated, is recessive. Now, what that means, there is no black in the Union. What that means is that as a people, white people are in a decline. White people, you are brand new people to our planet. You are recent newcomers to the planet Earth. As black people, we have been here, I want you to hear me, we have been here not hundreds and thousands of years. We haven't been here millions of years. We haven't been here billions of years. We have been here for trillions of years. The black man is the ancient of days. Whenever the planet began, we were here. The white man, you are a brand new man to the planet. That's why you will never hear Caucasian people claiming nativity anywhere on the planet.
I'm from Caucasia, man. Definitely from Caucasia.
Caucasians do not claim. And by the way, Caucasian comes from the Caucasus Mountains.
Bravo!
That's why you're called.
I come from there, native.
Because
where you been?
It's from when you were in. It is from when you were in the hills and cave sides of Europe. When you were cavemen and cavewomen 6,000 years ago, you were taken or you were given the name Caucasian. That is your true identity. Now, what these Caucasian people feel intrinsically, what they know, and according to the statistics of the demographers are the scientists of population growth, population movement, populations in general. And according to the demographers, Caucasians or white people are a diminishing breed. They now have what's called gray power. They are old people who are declining rapidly. Listen to this. Caucasian people's birth to death ratio in most of the European countries is below 0. In other words, for every Caucasian baby that is born, 1 or 2 Caucasians are dying. And so you are in a decline. You have grey power because you are mostly old. You are not producing. In Germany, they are paying German white women to have babies. They are having huge debates right now in England, in Australia, in New Zealand, in all the European places about how they can maximize their population, how they can encourage more women to have more babies. In Africa, in the Caribbean, in the islands of the Pacific, wherever you find black, brown, yellow and red people, we have no such problem. These are what you call Native Americans. The reality is that today, in Africa and in the world of original people, we have the average age of our population is below 30 years old. We are a young people, and by the way, back in 1930, our number was 4,400,000,000, while Caucasians at that time only numbered 400 million. Let me give you the figures again. Caucasians in the 1930s were 400 million in number. Black people, non-white people, were 4,400,000,000. So this idea, where you spend so much time calling us a minority, you need to stop it. And black people, you need to stop referring to yourself as a minority, and even worse, an ethnic minority. The etymological root to the word ethnic is another way of saying heathen or non-believer. And they have us speaking language into ourselves that diminishes ourselves. And so, you need to understand that the Caucasian, he knows intrinsically that he is dying. And he is afraid, and therefore he lashes out when he sees this color dominating in the society. Because, according to one of our great scientific sisters, who has now passed on, may Almighty God Allah be pleased with her. Her name was Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing taught about the fear of genetic annihilation. This is a fear that white people have. They have a fear of genetic annihilation. Because anything that the black man touches, it turns black. Anything that the black woman touches, it turns black. And so, they are afraid, according to the demographers. They say that by the year 2056, the planet Earth will be brown. This is what the demographers predict. By the year 2056, planet Earth will be brown. And so many white men today are very angry because they feel as if they have been cheated even by their own governments, because they were miseducated to believe that they were superior, and that instead of trying to move and get along with the rest of the human family, they felt that they could go and conquer and dominate the human family. And that attitude of domination, that attitude of oppression that attitude of ethnic cleansing, that attitude of genocide, that attitude has now earned you the hatred of many on the planet who now don't have sympathy for you as you are in your decline. And many who, given an opportunity, will throw you out of the countries that you have now occupied. Now, a lot of you are very excited about what we are witnessing in Gaza. And I see people on the TV every day pulling their hair out because they can't understand what is this that we are looking at. How can Israel do what it's doing with such impunity? And people are confused because you don't understand what you're looking at. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad never lied when he said that that white man is the devil. You see, because you can't understand how another human being could be so blatant, could be so wicked, could be so evil in the face of the world and lie. Every time he opens his mouth, it's a blatant diabolical means satanic, diabolical lie that comes out of his mouth. But why are you surprised? The only reason you're surprised is because today you can see genocide being live streamed on your phone. But guess what? This is not the first genocide. Genocide is the mode of operation of the European. This is what he does as a matter of course.
Think about it.
You don't believe me? Go and ask the so-called Aboriginal people. Where are they today? How did Australia become a white man's country?
Well,
where are the Aborigines?
Come on.
That was genocide. Within 100 years, the vast majority of those native people were gone.
Some people think
Argentina, South American country with people who look like me. Today, you can hardly find a black man in Argentina.
Well, all over the earth. Everywhere.
North America.
Everywhere.
What happened to the Native Americans?
Well,
you think what they did was pretty?
Navajo.
What they did in North America with the Trail of Tears, with the displacement of the native people and the total annihilation of tens of millions of human beings. And they said the same thing that the Israelis are saying today. It was a land for a people without a land. They claimed that when they went there were no native people. These are the wicked, evil people whose genocide is a matter of course. In 1948, or let's go before that, because all of this began with the British. Man, I'm so excited. I'm really jumping around today. But I just want to calm myself down because the white man said I'm excited because I saw a white woman. Oh, You're wishful thinking. We're very happy with our black woman. Thank you. You can keep your white woman. We don't want her.
Selling.
We love this black queen.
The advertisers lie.
Listen to the question. Why are all the adverts now featuring mixed race couples, mixed black and white? Well, first and foremost, it isn't black people who are the high execs in these media corporations. It's white people who are now pushing integration now that you realize that you're in trouble.
Is that a bad thing?
Now you want to mix yourselves up with us because it's about your own survival.
Soup.
But we are wiser than that today. And we are not about to integrate ourselves out of ourselves. When we integrate, we disintegrate among ourselves. So first and foremost, our intention is to integrate among ourselves. Because black people have been divided and ruled.
Like apartheid.
Black people have been divided and ruled, and black people must unite in order for us to survive the genocidal onslaught from a people who are fearful that their time is up and they want to take down as many people with them as they can. I don't know how long my throat is going to last. It's been a while.
Where are you young folks? Where are your trainees?
Why?
The same faces that you came here with 15, 20 years ago. Where are the youngsters?
So,
where's yours?
Take my photo. Every week you take my photo.
the Balfour Declaration was published in 1917. And it reads, His Majesty's government view with favour the establishment in Palestine. So when you hear these Israelis saying that there's no such thing as Palestine and that it was always Israel, that's a damnable lie. According to the Balfour Declaration, it said the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people and will use their best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this object, it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities. Just listen to the language that they use to describe the indigenous people. Nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities, or the rights and political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country. So they knew from the beginning what they were about to do to the indigenous people in that region. And they were using language to attempt to disguise their true intentions. And ultimately, when they came into existence in 1948, there was what the Palestinians, the Arab-speaking people, called the first Nakba, which was the displacement and the expelling of between 750,000 and over 1 million Arabs from their land. And those persons have never been allowed to return. Stolen land. This is the reality. You know, some people, they want to start on October the 7th. And when I listen to some of the talking heads and some of the so-called news media, they're so hypocritical, such liars, such deceivers, talking about their outrage over the barbaric attack by Hamas and the Palestinians on Israel on October the 7th. But in reality, for over 75 years, those people have lived under oppression, under the Israelis, who delight in the subjugation and the oppression of a whole people, where wholesale slaughter is a matter of course, and nobody does anything to rein in the wicked behavior of the Israelis against these mostly innocent men, women, and children who are unable to properly defend themselves and are unable to fight back against a regime that is backed by that one that boasts that it's the only superpower on the planet, namely the United States of America. And don't forget Britain, because Britain is the one who started the whole process in the first place. And so Israel is now manifesting. If you listen to some of the Israeli spokespersons, when they speak on television, they will often sound, when they're asked about what they're doing to the Palestinians, apart from the lies about Palestinians using their own people as human shields and all of that stuff that they like to say, apart from that, sometimes, if you listen, the Israeli spokespersons, they sound incredulous that they're being asked such questions, and often they will reply, well, what about what you did against ISIS? What about what you did in Iraq? What about what you did in Libya? And they will hit back at their Caucasian questioners as if to say, you are hypocrites because we're only doing what you did. We're only following your example. And the reporters, they know it's true. They know that Israel is an outpost of America and Britain. They know that Israel was planted in the Middle East to keep the Middle East under Western domination and Western control. That is the purpose of Israel in that region. Israel is not a Jewish state. It is not a Jewish state. According to Mr. Balfour, when he wrote to Mr. Rothschild, he didn't say they were going to set up a Jewish state. He was writing to set up a Zionist entity. and Zionism and Judaism are two completely different things. And in many aspects of history, they were at odds. And there are many Jews today who reject this idea of Israel or greater Israel, who reject the idea of what has been done and what is being done to the Palestinians. But the mainstream media is not going to tell you that there are many in the Jewish faith who reject this idea that this is a Jewish homeland, when in reality it is like a military aircraft carrier in that place. It is a place that is militarized for continuous warfare. It is a place that is armed to the teeth by the Western powers, and that's why, even though they speak mealy-mouthed words and they make false declarations of condemnation or feeling sympathy for the Palestinians, at the same time, when they say, eventually they got to the point where they say, oh, there needs to be a ceasefire. We're working very hard to bring about a ceasefire. But in the meantime, here is 23 more billion worth of weapons. So you can continue to slaughter men, women, and children. I want you to imagine, you know, I've lived in this country for well over 50 years. And I've seen from time to time in this country, they accidentally, during a building project, they unearth a World War II bomb, unexploded. And when they find that unexploded ordnance, there is a huge panic and an emergency and an evacuation in order to protect that neighborhood, just in case that bomb should go off and injure a person or many persons, because they are demonstrating a care for their population and the fact that they don't want there to be any injuries whatsoever. They take no chances. That place will be cordoned off. The bomb disposal people will come in. Even if they have to put people up for days in a hotel, they will do whatever it takes to protect one life from being harmed. I want you to imagine for a second, especially those of you who have got children at home. No. I want you to imagine in excess of 16,000 children, many of them babies, being torn to pieces by 2,000-pound bomb supplied by the British and the Americans. And you think that at some point, when this is all done and over, that Israel can get back to business as usual and it's going to be normal runnings? I mean, honestly, you live in a strange universe. When I listen to the news and I hear over and over again Israelis and others and other talking heads from Britain and other parts of the world, and they're saying, well, whatever happens, at the end of this process, Hamas cannot be in any kind of power. Hamas must go because they're so barbaric, they're so medieval, they're so wicked, they're so evil. There's no way that they must ever be in any authority over Palestinians in that region. And I think to myself, wow, okay. So what are you saying about Netanyahu? What are you saying about a so-called government that has now murdered in excess of 40,000 innocent men, women, and children? According to the popular medical magazine in this country, Lancet, they estimate that the death toll could be as high as 186,000. Not to count those who are buried under rubble. I mean, it's really something. And as I listen to these talking heads, what comes to mind is that I'm not hearing anything new. It's just the standard stuff that Europeans do all around the world. Do you know what it's called? It's called regime change. When it was Yasser Arafat, you didn't like him. Arafat had to go. And eventually the Israelis penned him in his compound and poisoned him and caused him to die. Eventually, when they knew he was going to die, they let him go to a hospital in Europe and died. It doesn't matter who it is in power, they can't find anybody on the other side that they can deal with. It's got nothing to do with anyone on the other side, but it's got everything to do with the mentality of white supremacy, European supremacy. Now it's Hamas. They're the new bogeymen. And every time they find one. Once upon a time, they gave Saddam Hussein $80 billion. You didn't hear what I said? They gave Saddam Hussein $80 billion to attack Iran. Saddam was their friend then. They gave Saddam military intelligence from their satellites so they could look at the Iranians in their attempt to defeat the Iranian revolution, Islamic revolution. And then at a certain point in time, they fell out with Saddam. And Saddam became the new bogeyman. And then it was regime change for Iraq. And if you remember, at that time, what did they say? Our argument is not with the Iraqi people. Our argument is with Saddam. But who did they kill? Over 1 million Iraqis. See, these are liars. These are deceivers. These are wicked demons. Then the next bogeyman was Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. I want you to imagine some foreign nation sending missiles into the UK and killing the Prime Minister's son or daughter. How do you think this country would react? But they could do that to Libya, to Gaddafi. They murdered Saddam's 2 sons, murdered his family, murdered him in the sham trial that they held. Then they went to Assad in Syria. They haven't managed to get Assad yet, but they're still trying. They occupy parts of Syria, stealing the oil right now as we speak. you all watch your news, right? And on the news, they're telling you about this bogeyman and that bogeyman, and you know, Vladimir Putin. He's the reincarnation of Adolf Hitler, and Kim Jong-un. He's such a wicked, crazy person. Oh my God, they mustn't have nuclear weapons because who knows what they'll do. But guess what? Who's the only one who's ever used a nuclear weapon? Come on. Wasn't anybody who looked like me. Wasn't any brown man, wasn't any yellow man. My recollection was that it was America who dropped an atomic weapon on Hiroshima, killing 150,000 people instantly, and hundreds of thousands over the years, millions over the years through the fallout of nuclear contamination. And when that bomb dropped, not long after the Second World War, when that bomb dropped, America said, wow, it's wonderful, it works. Let's do it again. And so they dropped another one on Nagasaki. These are crazy, sick people. The Japanese were in no way threatening the West. But the dropping of those two weapons was to send a message to the rest of humanity that we are the boss. We're in charge. And if you step out of line, we can annihilate you. Because this is the mentality of might makes right. This is the mentality of white supremacy. You know, in the Middle East, in Palestine, before Balfour and his declaration, before 1948,
Chapter 8, verse 61. I'll say that again. Chapter 8, verse 61 of the Quran. And if your enemy is inclined toward peace, then incline to it also and rely on Allah. If you do that, Allah will help you. If you don't, He won't help you. Israel says, we want a peace deal. Do you know the Palestinians did make peace before during the Oslo Peace Accords? They got the Palestinian Authority to replace the Israeli government in the Palestinian areas. Well done, those Palestinians, for negotiating. They carried on negotiating. They got a Palestinian police force to replace the Israeli police force. And then they stopped negotiating. They stopped negotiating.
We're going to take a little break in about 10 minutes. For about 10 minutes, guys.
Be like the smart ones. If you don't like Israel, get your independence. You get that by making peace with Israel. If you don't, I'll tell you something else the Quran says. Quran says, if Allah wants to bless you, nothing can stop it. So why is Allah blessing Israel? But look at the Palestinians. God. Yeah. In the Quran it says, if you go against this Quran, you have a life of hardship. Because I've read the Quran. That's right. Everyone's allowed to read the Quran. It's a good book. Gives you great advice, and you guys are going against it.
Don't you think the Balfour Agreement was already sealed and wrapped up?
If you've got an education, you know that the Balfour Declaration was replaced by the League of Nations mandate. Yeah. And why did the United Nations partition the land? Because the Arabs kept killing the Jews, and the United Nations said, when the British get out, there will be 2 states. Because you guys kept attacking the Jews. Your land, hang on, that land belonged to the Ottoman Turks. It was part of the Ottoman Empire. It wasn't your land, belonged to the Ottoman Turks.
No.
Yeah. You need to go back to Poland. The Jews legally migrated there under the League of Nations mandate, which allowed them to. They had no weapons. Any weapons they had got confiscated by the British authorities. And the United Nations created 2 states. That's right. You brought it on yourselves. And you still won't make peace with Israel.
I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be back to the waffle soon.
Yeah. That's right. Never make peace with Israel. Even though the Quran says 2 things. The children of Israel will return. So if you're trying to stop the children of Israel returning, you're going against Allah's prophecies, and you'll fail like you've been doing since 1948. We invited them in there.
Let's have a quick beer before it gets too hot.
The League of Nations allowed them in. The Palestinians were fighting against the Jews. You went against your Quran. Check the map.
We'll be back with the waffle in a bit.
Allah is punishing you. Allah is punishing you. Yeah. I've got one passport. It's a British passport. So is my parents. So is my grandparents. So is my grandparents.
Hello, Simon.
How are you doing? I like the bike. Are you well?
That's better. A gentleman shake.
Yeah. You just got here?
Oh, no, I've been on for an hour and a half now.
Oh, right.
I'm just going to have a quick beer and I'll be back.
Oh, go and have a beer. Where are you going to get a beer from?
Oh, in my bag.
Oh.
You want one?
No.
No?
Drink alcohol.
You don't drink alcohol?
No.
Oh. Cannabis?
Sorry? No. No smoking.
No smoking.
No drugs. No porn.
Drink. No?
No.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Very good. Perhaps we can talk about porn later on, if you want. The damage that it does to an individual.
It does so much. I know. I'm one of those damaged people.
And the consequences of going online and watching it.
Right.
Who's getting the money?
Right.
Who's affected by it?
Sure.
Is it involved? Is slavery involved also?
Is what?
Slavery.
Maybe.
And child paedophilia, is that connected?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All these things are connected.
For sure.
And they're giving it to you for a reason.
Yeah.
To keep your vibrations down there.
Right.
So you're oblivious to what's really going on. We'll have a chat about it sometime when you're not busy. Yeah?
I'm busy on Thursday when I start work again.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec.
Enjoy the rest of the day, bro.
Yeah,
I'll catch you later.
I'll come with the camera.
Yeah, behave yourself.
Oh yes, always.
Enjoy your beer.
Oh, will do.
And thanks for the offer.
Yeah. I'll still be in range, guys. I just want to get out of the police patrol area and have a quick beer. Let's go over here in the shade. It's too hot. 27 degrees today or something like that. We'll stay here for 10 minutes. No W now, says Stuart. Let's go to my level. Here we go. Simon, he's a good guy to talk to. The guy that I just bumped into just now. Inform him of the dangers of being overweight, local. Cheers, guys. He likes, let's put the camera down a little bit more. He likes questions about the stars and the sky above us. Anyone got any questions about the solar system or planets or intergalactic space? Yeah. It says beer. Cheers, big ears. We've been to the moon. We've been to every planet in the solar system just about via robotic technology. The camera's landed on Venus. The camera's landed on Mars. There's a few satellites around Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Yeah. Batman says, what made you want to chat with us Earthlings? You Earthlings are fascinating. I want what local is smoking. A vape. Pineapple flavor. Hello. I am, yeah. What's up?
Live?
It's live, yeah, yeah.
Really?
What's
Okay, no, this time we change the receipt to here.
Oh, okay. You have to pay to sit down, you know that, innit?
Yeah, I paid the rent.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
How are you doing there?
How you doing, sir? Okay?
Doing good. How are you too?
I'm live streaming on the YouTube right now.
Okay.
Yeah. For this waffle.
Okay.
Yeah. Every Sunday, you know? Yeah. You know what this is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over 150 years they've been doing this now.
Wow.
Yeah.
150 years.
150 years, sure.
Every Saturday and Sunday.
Not every Sunday. Yeah. It used to be on the other side of the park, but when they renovated it, they put it here now. Yeah.
150 years. Wow.
Bit of history, this speaker's corner.
Yeah.
I thought it was 80 years, 90 years, and someone corrected me. 150 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Older than me and you put together. Yeah. So you're the ticket inspector, yeah?
Yes, please.
Alright, yes. You're a good man. Someone has to do it.
Pardon?
Someone has to do it.
Yeah.
This is your full-time job?
No, please, no.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, right, you got another job.
I'm a guest supporter.
Oh, right, okay, sure. The old people, disabled people. Disabled. Yeah. This is my hobby, but full-time I'm a baker.
Baker?
Yeah, the bread.
Pastries?
Oh, bread.
Bread, yeah.
That's good.
I do this for hobby, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Any event, any protest, any music event, anything like that, with the camera, you know, on my day off. And today is my day off, so I come here every Sunday.
How today do you normally go to the meeting area?
What's that?
What days do you go to?
4 on, 4 off. Yeah, night shift, 12 hours. 6 o'clock in the evening.
12 hours?
Yeah.
Each day?
Yeah.
So we make 48 hours
Sure.
in a week?
Sure. Yeah. And if I want to do overtime, I can, but I enjoy my days off, so I don't do overtime. So.
Is it difficult? The baking?
Lot of machine work. Lot of alarms going off all the time. Yeah. Christmas time very busy. Weekend time very busy. Yeah. When the supermarkets order the bread, we have to deal with it, you know. Yeah. No problem. That's one down. We have one more, and then we go back to the corner. Oh, there's a bin over here, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bin here. Yeah. Try to take your list, maybe you'll forget.
Oh yes, yeah. Last time I forgot it, I had to buy another one. Yeah. It's hot today, you're prepared, you got the hat?
Yeah.
Lovely, I need the hat as well. The long hair is not enough. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, how much is it to sit down?
£4.
£4? What, for the all day? No.
For just 1 hour.
For 1 hour?
It's costing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's why a lot of people do sit down.
Yeah. Why?
They don't want to pay. It's costing, you know. It's £2, it's okay.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe £1 or something.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, man. Yeah, take care.
Thank you.
Nice speaking to I shop in charity shops, Paranormal Channel X. My sister recently opened up her own charity shop in Green Lanes, Haringey. She's also got her own charity that supports breast cancer, as she went through breast cancer twice just before the lockdown. The charity shop is called Haven's Hero. Maybe I'll do a live stream at the charity shop, my sister's charity shop. She sells mostly clothes, women's clothes, fashionable clothes. Yeah, I'll do a live stream this week at a shop for half an hour. Paranormal Channel X is in Haringey, Green Lanes, North London. Victoria Willing, I'm not too sure, but she is vaccinated. No, it's in London, Paranormal Channel X. London, Haringey, Green Lanes. I bought 4 bottles of beer today instead of the usual 3, because 3 doesn't usually last, so I thought I'll bring 4 today. Thanks to all the super chatters and members of the live stream, I managed to get myself a new phone this week, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. So thank you to all the members and all the super chatters. I'm upgrading every time. I'm also getting a fan for the phone so that every time it overheats I can fan the phone. I'm always reinvesting with the super chats and the memberships. Always goes back into the YouTube. And if I don't need to spend, then it goes into a pot for when I do need to spend it on upgrades. So thank you to all the memberships. Thank you all to the super chatters. Well, cheers guys. You'll probably find that iPhones are better. I've used the iPhone as a Samsung user of over almost 20 years. I found it hard using an iPhone. Cheers guys, Victoria, Willing and Paranormal Channel X. Big up the women of YouTube. But as Danny Shine says, beware of those trapdoors guys. Beware of those trapdoors between the legs of those sexy ladies. Because that can cause all the problems. You're making a brew as well? Fantastic. Cheers to everybody in the chat. Beware of the trapdoors guys, that can get you into real trouble. Agent X knows. Agent X knows what I'm talking about. The sexy lady that she is. Beware of Agent X guys. She can get you into trouble. Big trouble. My trap door is firmly closed until further notice. Sharon, why is it closed until further notice? Where's Danny Shine when we need a laugh? I was at a protest on Monday, an emergency protest, pro-Palestinian protest, and Danny Shine showed up. But he was only there for 5 minutes. He said he couldn't handle the crowd. So he left. I like that Batman. Yes guys, we'll be back at the Waffle Corner in Hyde Park in about a few minutes more. Imagine him after 8 beers. No. No contracts have been signed in this live stream. Why are you guys taking the piss? Before we go back to the Waffle Corner, I just need to go and throw away these bottles of empty glasses of beer, and then we'll head down to the Waffle again. I bring a bit of fruit with me. Let's see what we got. Hydrate myself after a few rounds of beer. I've got some, oh, lovely jubbly. Everyone loves a bit of watermelon. These are the best candy floss grapes. They are the best. And these, $14.99 a kilo. These are $14.99 a kilo. Can you believe it? $14.99. Bloody hell. I know it's expensive around here, man. Swallow the pips, grow your own. It's ridiculous how much fresh fruit is going for these days. Ridiculous. So far, guys, let me ask you in the chat, how are the speakers going so far? What did you like, what did you not like about the speakers today so far at Speakers Corner? Oh, one more beer and I'll be tipsy. Oh, I can just about get up off the grass. You like the volume? We've got a few more speakers now, so we're gonna head to the bin quickly. Where is the bin? Oh, just there. So we'll head to the bin quickly, offload some waste and get back to it. Yes, Joe Black, Agent X, I agree with you both, you know. I just stood there with a frown on my face the whole time. And these security guards were eyeing me up because of my frown. White people this, white people that. It's not about race at the end of the day, is it? It's about the individual. A murderer, a rapist can be white or black. Right guys, let's head off to the bins to empty my load and then we'll be back at it. Here we go.
How are you living?
No, I'm going back to the waffle.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the waffle.
Alright. Can I see you? What are we doing?
I've recently got a fishing license, guys. I'll probably take you to fishing soon. I've got a reel, a fishing rod. I just need some bait. Here we go.
Może być ta jedna grupa jest. A, ile? Dobra.
What are you trying to catch? Some fish. Or some pretty women. We've got some guys playing chess here in the Hyde Park. We want to catch some of those sexy ladies. I won't get into trouble. I'm a nice guy. I always seem to never get into trouble. Hello, officer. How are you doing today?
Not too bad, all good, yeah, thank you.
Are you not hot?
No, really today, no.
You're standing in the shade, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24, so it's not too much.
27 apparently later.
No.
Yeah.
Later?
Around 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like that.
24, oh, the max is 24, right.
Yeah, max is 24, yeah.
Right. I read it wrong then. Yeah. Enjoy your day today.
Thank you very much. Bye.
That's when the word came in 1689 to protect certain Christians that was in Russia from the genocide of the Turks. From the genocide of the Turks. They were Slavic.
That was all those two people have been found out that they're part of the UK Labour some lawyer for Israel.
Again, one of the writers is not, again, educated in their black heritage. Understand that is a psychological deficiency or psychological, again, deterrent. Because, again,
we've got some guy here that we've seen at the lockdown protests.
Westminster Palace is named the Black Prince. In those times, that word was not used. However, these people was either a Moorish king because they're Septimius Severus, the most great, one of the greatest Roman emperors. The greatest, that's in the 1st and 2nd century. He's from Libya, North Africa, Septimius Severus. Imagine that, he came here with his fleet of his legion. There was also Saint Maurice. Saint Maurice was emperor of the Justinian. Saint Maurice was emperor of the Justinian kingdom. And Saint Maurice was out of Luxor. He had a legion called the Phibian Legion. He came out of Luxor, so think about this. This is why it's so important. And Septimius and Saint Maurice also, again, ruled in, again, where you have the Cyrenian legion, where you have the Parthian legion. These are all legions. When I'm talking about fleets of ships. So, again, we didn't just came in 1948. We didn't come in 1689. We've been here since the beginning. There's also other pharaohs that came. Just like Pharaoh Amenhotep III. Pharaoh Amenhotep III, the daughter of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, is where you call Scotia. This is where you get the word Nova Scotia from. Because again, that's where you get Scotland. The word Scotland is from an Egyptian princess of the daughter of Amenhotep III. This is where you get Scotland from. Again, before England was even ever existed, like you see everyone marching for England, but again, they don't appreciate their black heritage. Because if they appreciate the darker heritage, they will go into a deeper understanding of their culture. That's why you have something like the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta is established for no foreign kings to abuse the land, to abuse the people of the land. That's why it's so important to know the history. Because if you don't know your history, that means you're psychologically deficient. And that's why it's so important. Look, religion is a fraud. Religion is a scam. That's why it's a scam. The reason I say
forget, guys, if you like the stream, smash the like button and help support the channel by subscribing.
I was telling you when we came to rebuild England. Also, the brand is showing you when they did the act to find out who are the British by blood, they found that the other counterpart, the white, was those that was in the Caribbean. That's why, again, the British Nationality Act 1948 tells you that everyone that from within the United Kingdom and colonies, they're British by blood. That's why when you say British nationality, that's why when you say British nationality, you talk about nationality, it's not citizenship. Nationality is a big difference. That's why, again, try to tell you what's the difference between British national and British citizens. Majority of people, because they're not educated, they won't know the difference. British national are those that are by blood. That those that are national meaning blood, they're inhabitants of the land. Again, that's continuous. British citizen, that is those that are affiliated or associated, might due to war or subject to a king. Again, we know that, again, we don't have German kings, but yet we are British citizens. Those German kings came in the 1700s. In the 1700s, yeah, from King Orange III, this was Queen Anne with her cousin, again King Orange, then after the cousin King George came in from Luxembourg. This was made, and this was a domestic affair to take away the Commonwealth. Because now you have the problem in England. There are people crying about foreign policies that allowing foreigners to come in the country. But the English allowed it due to domestic affairs.
Mark Martin, every Sunday in Hyde Park, hosts Speaker's Corner for the last 150 years.
Do not have, again, superior over Parliament. Parliament is supreme law. Because Parliament owns all of the history from now till the beginning of time. And that's why it's so important. But the English, again, due to the fact that they were being benefiting them in that time, allowed it. But the problem comes around now, based on the same foreign policy, they are being, again, taken through their culture, they are being disrupted through their, again, through the society, through religion. All of these scams have been bringing up is to take away the understanding of, again, of English value, of British value. But again, if English people were not so programmed, they will realize, again, the other part.
Let's go to our next speaker. Let's just go around the block and we'll settle at the next speaker.
And most people in Israel don't get skin cancer. Most people in
No, ask your...
don't debate
Ask that
Hey, Louis.
Good to see you. How are you, man?
No.
That's it, yeah.
I don't like this
That's
shit.
fine, that's fun.
Yeah, more gentlemanly.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go see what that guy's saying, because...
black this and black that.
Yeah. I'll see you in a second.
Yeah. We love the black people. We love the white people. We love all earthlings on planet Earth. Great.
A girl child, if her hips are okay, he can have sex with a child. Muhammad Hijab. Muhammad Hijab says,
Hello.
if a child has broad hips, he can have sex with a child.
The camera's pointing this way. Hello.
Jesus. Good morning.
How you doing? You okay? Long time no see. Sheila, is it?
Shalini.
Shalili.
I'm here all the time.
What are you doing here today at Speaker's Corner?
I am preaching my Lord Jesus Christ. That's it.
What is your message for the people?
My message is come out of the filthy Islam, filthy Muhammad and filthy Quran and accept Jesus Christ as Lord, God and Savior.
Why?
Muhammad is not the prophet of the Bible. He is a fraud man who wanted wealth, who wanted money, who wanted sex. That's all he wanted. And he took the chance behind religion. He made himself like a prophet. But that donkey of Allah,
I said he's a prophet.
that donkey of Allah, that donkey of Allah, your prophet, not my prophet.
Shut up, Gandu!
So my dear friends,
that's,
believe in Jesus Christ.
that's every man's dream.
Muhammad is God. Jesus is the only way, the truth and the life. Jesus Christ is coming again to judge the whole world. Muhammad will go to hell by the breath of the mouth of Jesus Christ. So my dear friends, in the Bible it says that many false prophets will come. Many false prophets will come. And one of the prophets is that idiot, stupid Muhammad.
Stupid! You know nothing!
That idiot Muhammad! That idiot Muhammad! That Muhammad, you know, he tells these Muslims to go around that black stone and kiss the black stone.
I'll kiss your mom.
And so, they kiss the shit of Muhammad in the Kaaba. They kiss the shit of Muhammad in the Kaaba.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch!
Jesus Christ is the way, the truth and the life. There is no other way to go to heaven or Jannah. Only Jesus Christ is coming again as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, as God of heaven and earth. We love you Muslims. Come out of the filthy Islam, filthy Quran and filthy Muhammad. Amen.
Why? I have a question. Why do you call Muhammad filthy and stupid? Why?
Okay. We call Muhammad filthy because at the age of 56, that donkey Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old child. And that donkey Muhammad, he married his own stepson's wife. That donkey Muhammad was found with a slave girl on the bed of Khadija. That donkey Muhammad, he had 13 wives and he told all the Muslims to have only 4 wives. Why that donkey Muhammad was having only 13? Why only 13 wives? Why 13 wives for him? Why not 4 wives? But he told all the Muslims they can have 4 wives, but that donkey was having 13 wives and many more. So, that donkey is not the prophet. That donkey Muhammad is not the prophet of Yahweh. Our God is Yahweh, Elohim, El Shaddai, Adonai. That donkey Muhammad is not the prophet of Yahweh. Our God is the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob.
I have a question though.
Wasn't Mary 13 years old when she had Jesus?
Huh?
Wasn't Mary 13 years
Who
old?
told you that? Can you give me the verse?
How old was she then?
No. How did you come with that number?
A Christian told me a few weeks
Can you
ago.
show me the point from the Bible?
Stop saying that shit. You're a dumbass. You're really dumb.
I have a question. You mentioned about
So my dear friends,
13 wives.
Jesus Christ
He doesn't
is
answer
not
religion.
just a prophet, as lied by that filthy Muhammad,
You just wanna
but
waste
Jesus
time
Christ
and call
is
someone else
Almighty
authority
God,
to extend your
everlasting
visa.
Father
You're a scam.
and Prince of Peace. Jesus Christ is coming as King of Kings and Judge of the whole world. Because Jesus Christ is Almighty God, everlasting Father and Prince of Peace.
Shut up!
All Muslims, come out of the filthy filthy Muhammad and filthy. If you want, you dog. That donkey Muhammad has taught them. That donkey Muhammad has taught them. That donkey Muhammad has taught them all nastiness. In Islam, you can rape. In Islam, you can kill.
doesn't answer when Solomon had 300 concubines.
You cannot do that with me, mister. I'll break your neck. I'll break your
Brother, calm down, brother. Let's ask her a question.
Slap! You idiot! You fathers! You fathers!
I have a question. Can you ask him that question or no?
Solomon had 300
So my dear friends, these followers of Muhammad, they are...
Can you answer my question?
He raised hand on me. He raised hand on me. He raised hand on me.
Can you answer the
So my
question?
dear friends,
You're never serious.
Stories up.
Yeah, can you tell us she stopped discriminating? I asked her, Solomon had 300 concubines. She never batted an eye at me.
Can't say things like that, get away from it.
She wants her visa to be extended.
Can't say things like that, get away from See the strength on the little bitch. That's 5-0. You see the strength on the little bitch.
Did you get on camera? They removed, is her name Serena?
Something like that.
I saw her last week too. Does she do this all the time?
Every week.
Every week. This is my first week here, but
Oh wow, okay.
I come from a different country as
Hello,
well.
what country are you from?
United States.
You from the United States
Yes.
of America?
Yes.
And you got an election coming up soon.
We do.
Who will you be voting for?
It's a very hard question because both
A very hard question.
It's a very hard question because both candidates obviously they promise things that seem appealing to parties, right?
Right.
So now I've just turned 18 and I need to do my research on it. So
right, okay.
right off the bat, I'm not very well versed, but from the research that I have done, they both aren't the best for foreign policy, as Israel and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they're both not the best for foreign policy, and that's that for foreign policy, but for domestic affairs and whatnot, for things that happen inside the United States, I feel like Donald Trump's definitely good for business. He definitely has that capitalist mindset. He's definitely more strict on
25
immigration.
trillion in debt. The
25 trillion, that's a very big number.
Yeah, it is a big
and
number.
it's risen even at a higher rate when Biden was in power for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at right now. I obviously don't know much as our conversation is going. I can't really give you stats, I can't really give you numbers, references, or whatnot. However, next elections happen in 3 months.
Are you here on holiday?
I am on holiday.
Oh, right,
This is my last day. Tomorrow.
Oh, it's your last day. Wow, wow. How long you been here?
I've been here for 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks,
Yeah.
and you're only just discovered Speaker's Corner.
I've been watching videos from Speaker's Corner for the past 5 years.
Right. It's been going on for the last 150 years.
1899 or something. That's
Something like that. Yeah. Wow.
What's their name, brother?
Local experimentalist on YouTube.
Local experimentalist.
Yeah. Was it you? I gave you the card too.
You have not.
No, do you want me to give you a card and then because it's a long name to remember.
Local experimentalist. It's a bit of a long name.
I'm live streaming now on YouTube. Say
hello, everyone.
Hello, yes. That's it.
That's nice. Good luck to you, man.
Alright, cheers, man.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you believe in and whatnot? I'm just curious of what you believe. I'm not trying to.
I'm an Earthling on planet Earth.
Agnostic, kind of.
Agnostic, God, who knows?
I was there at one point too, man.
Who knows what there is beyond Earth, you know? Yeah. Like, if there was a God, why make Earth as the way it is, you know?
That's a question, that's a big question.
Yeah,
right.
So many wars going on, people dying, murderers, rapists.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. I respect those questions. They're very logical questions.
Like I used to work in retail, and I had a priest come to me, an African priest, Christian priest, an imam, and I asked them all these questions that I've had, and they could only go by what they've read in their holy book.
I believe that's an appropriate way of addressing it to someone who is obviously not a Muslim, who hasn't had that experience.
I was brought up in a Muslim family.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking. What's your real name if you don't mind me asking?
Not on the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm originally I'm Turkish originally.
Turkish.
Yeah. So Turks are usually Muslim, you know.
Yeah, they're a bit more. They're more on the liberal side.
Yeah.
From outside, seeing outside. But yeah, I respect the things you.
What about you?
Definitely address them with the brothers here. Brother Muhammad Ijab. He was just discussing with an agnostic earlier today. So yeah, you were asking me something.
What are you? What's your? Are you religious person?
So I was born a Muslim.
Muslim.
When I was around 14 years old, I went through some doubts.
Right.
Some doubts.
A lot of people do, yeah.
So that's when I discovered Speaker's Corner online. And then I just found Muhammad Ijab.
At the age of 14, you found Speaker's Corner? Wow, okay.
I found, I think Paul Williams came on a bit later.
Right.
I found other people as well. I found a lot of Christians who I saw. And yeah, that's how we discovered Speaker's Corner. And then I went on a religious diet when I was around 15, 16 years old.
So young.
And then I took a break from it. So 16, I was practicing, but I never really read any books. I read the Quran, but I didn't read the translation.
I didn't read the Quran, unfortunately.
You should give it a try.
My mom and dad used to send me to Friday mosque prayer, you know.
I used to do Sunday school. I went to a madrasa for 2.5 years. Wow. We memorized the entire Quran. But the thing is, unfortunately, we memorize it by verbatim, but we don't really know the translation. So that's one weakness I find in the Indian Muslim community, the Pakistani Muslim community. We don't really delve into it.
Oh, you're Pakistani. Oh, right. What do you think about the current? Is it the Prime Minister? She fled the country.
Sheikh Hasina fled.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about it. I have a Bengali friend who I spoke about it.
Right.
We just exchanged a few words. I don't really remember exactly what happened. It was something about veterans, something about the market of jobs and whatnot back in that country. But yeah, a lot of people from that area have fled to the UK. Like a person from Pakistan named Nawaz Sharif also fled here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I know so far. I have a lot to learn. I don't know much.
You're still young, you know. You've got years ahead of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nice speaking to you, man.
You too, man.
Enjoy the last day on
holiday.
On holiday. Yeah, on holiday. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Take care, bro.
What are you doing? University?
I'm starting university next when I go back.
Right, what are you studying?
Biotechnology. It's gonna be a hard major, man.
Yeah, that's a big thing in the next 10 years, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even now, you know. Yeah.
2 years ago, when ChatGPT was like a few months before it came out, I was doing biology.
Right.
I was just thinking of majoring in biology.
Yeah.
And then even like the first 5 months of ChatGPT coming out, I was like, okay, this is a huge thing.
Right. Sure.
But it doesn't really. I haven't really saw the global impact that AI had.
Yeah.
But now that I go, like, within the last 6 months, I see the impact of AI. I see like all these platforms having their AI co-pilots, Microsoft, Bing, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. So AI is the future, in my opinion. So I feel like it'll definitely eliminate a subset of jobs, but it'll add a subset.
Yeah.
That's why I chose biotech.
That's good, man. Good luck.
Yeah. Take care.
Take it easy, man.
Take care, everyone on the live.
Yeah. Being tipsy actually makes me interview people. I should be tipsy more. Who's gonna buy me a drink? So we just witnessed Sheila being attacked by a man. He tried grabbing her sign. If you don't like what someone says, you've got legs, you've got feet, just move on. But no. Well, move to the next speaker.
Hello, brother. How are you? Good to see
Jesus is Almighty God. Muhammad is Lord. Jesus is God. Muhammad is Lord. Jesus is God.
Sorry, sir. What's your back?
It's a great place. I come here. I'm a mess. Why is that? No one ever answers. Why can't, when you get home tonight, ask yourself, why is Israel
Thank you, Agent X, for the super chat. That will get me wasted in the next few hours.
Have different opinions.
Okay.
So I've noticed for a long time there have been kind of people with certain beliefs who are dominating.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's right, because at the end of the day it's unhealthy and it's actually a lot of time it ends up with violence.
Just like that. Why don't
A Muslim man did like what a Christian lady said, tried grabbing her side. What he could have done was just walk away, but no, he had to go resort to that.
They're not very good at, what would I say? You see, a lot of the time you have to police your what you say. A lot of them, they don't have any, what do you call it?
Self-discipline, sure. Restraint.
So they want to think a certain way, and they don't even allow that it might be another way of thinking about something. They'll think you say something, and it will be the way they want to interpret it, even if it's serving truth or not. They don't care about the truth. It's about they want it to be a lot of time.
Why are you do you follow a religion, Christian, Islam?
I'm a cultural Christian.
What does that mean?
I grew up as Church of England. As you get older, you end up, when you go to school, you go to church all the time.
Okay.
And, you know,
I'm a non-religious person.
I grew up in Church of England. I went to Hyde, so it's great. Every day of the week. So it's sort of like your...
I was born up in the Muslim family.
Palestine is a mess, and they can end it just like that.
I find that too vigorous.
Which would be better, to make peace with Israel and live happily ever after, or to keep on fighting against Israel?
My mum, no.
I went to primary school, then I went to secondary school, then I went to technical college, I studied science and navigation. I didn't get a primary school. But thank you guys so much.
Living a life completely false. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't really understand. I would rather pretend than actually be the real deal. Just makes a joke of the whole thing.
Anyway, somebody thinks it's funny, suggests that the Palestinians are fighting against Israel. I can see why you think it's funny. Since 1948, they could have made peace with Israel. They're going to be two states, Israel and Palestine. And you know, from 1948 to 1967, there were two states. But at the Arabs in Palestine, they called it Jordan. Then they started calling it Palestine in 1964. Now Zambia always been Palestinians. Before that, you were part of the Ottoman Empire, a province of southern Syria.
People were coming up to me and asking me why
So you're against capitalism, William?
I can do what I want to do, you know?
So you're against the West?
Yeah, but that's
She's got a different opinion than me. Maybe a little bit more animated.
I understand that.
So if you don't like it, then you don't want to listen to her.
Exactly. You've got an English family. wait.
So yes, she wanted to speak to her. We wouldn't allow it.
Since the 7th of October, I agree, yeah? But what happened before the 7th of October?
I wish that the Palestinians had
Listen to what that
I know Danny. He's a vegan as well. As well as I said, so he used to come out with temperature as I had in the case.
Right.
He used to make it more fun. We had a lot of aggression against
I'll answer you. I need to listen. Hang on. Do you want to hear the answer or not? I've never met a smart socialist or maybe you might do one, but maybe not.
We're going to end up like some of these guys here.
The reason democracy works is not one election, but regular elections. So the government knows it has to face another election. Yes, you're like every anti-capitalist. You're so blinded by hatred. You're too stupid to know what democracy is.
This man is an idiot and a liar.
At least he's got the guts.
He was a Sky News.
And Lord is Israel. So Israel is to defend itself. So Hamas, who wanted to destroy Israel, it's in their charter. And they attacked Israel, which you loved, didn't you? October the 7th, all the attacks from Hamas, yeah. You don't like Jews sticking up for themselves. You don't like Jews sticking up for themselves.
What do you do as a day job?
For defending its security. I love the Israeli government, but I hate Netanyahu. I love the Israeli army protecting Israel. Hamas, Hamas put their own people in peril. Hamas put their own people in peril.
Jews fighting.
You look like a librarian.
Every anti-capitalist I met is like you. You don't talk, you just shout down. You just shout down. I answer your questions, I ask you questions, and all you do is shout back in response. Long live democracy!
It's quite a happy kind of joke, right?
I would say long live Israel, but I know Israel will stay there. Says so in the Bible. And I trust God. I trust God. God said, I will bring you back to your land, and you will never again be uprooted from the land I gave you. So I know Israel is there to stay.
Sadly, now we're living in a corporate world.
Maybe an answer, or part of an answer to solving the problem in Israel in the Old Testament.
When I was
I'm thinking of the attitude of Persia, Cyrus, we didn't do that.
And then we had to wear
God would be happy to
Well, it doesn't say why.
No, but
So, be more specific, what is the answer for now? Israel says, come and make peace. Hamas won't. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I agree. That's why I come over here saying nice things about the Quran, telling all the things it says about making peace, suggesting they follow the Quran and make peace with Israel. Do you know, I don't know if you know this, in the Quran it says, if your enemy leans toward peace, you also lean toward peace and rely on Allah. And I'm like, what more do you need? Everything coming out to them. Yes, I do.
Mess around with Israel.
Absolutely.
They do it in the Old Testament. The Persians and and they therefore so that's a lesson there for today's Iran. Stole from them. Whatever it is. But don't suppose you'll get that unless God. Because God works in them people.
Well, we know what's going to happen. I assume you're a believer, right? We know what's going to happen. The nations of the world are going to come against Jerusalem and attack it.
And there'll be no one left in God to intervene, but God will intervene and destroy the armies that come against Israel. So that's what's going to happen. In the meantime, we could have years of peace. Yeah? Which is so much nicer.
Deep down, we all want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're a family company.
The same we all want it. Many animals have done it. And they've got miserable lives. Their way out is die in a war, all your sins are forgiven, you go straight to paradise. That's one of the things that spurs them on. If they had a nice life, they would need to turn to that.
You asked me earlier why I didn't join the army.
So Israel, they've helped Gaza.
Why I didn't join the army.
They treated people in Israel. They give to them. They allowed thousands of Israelis to work. Centuries ago, they built factories to employ the local people. And all they get is suicide bombers back. They should have a medal.
As a tourist,
yeah,
and I drove down to Tel Aviv, and the Jewish guy just said, it's an everyday thing, where are we going, we're showing Gaza is being attacked. As if it was everyday thing.
Sadly, it does happen every day.
To us it's quite a big thing, but we it's just how it's done. I'm surprised Israel got as long as they have.
Well, yes, there are people in Gaza who wanted Israel to go, they don't want to get rid of Hamas. But Hamas don't allow elections, so they can't get rid of Hamas through voting. They want Israel to destroy Hamas. Not all of them, so some people like Hamas, but a lot of people don't like Hamas. Don't say so out loud, because if you criticise Hamas while you live in Gaza, you lose your job, you're in prison, and you lose your life. When you get out of Gaza, and you know you're not going to go back, then you criticise Hamas. So, did you enjoy Israel? That's great, isn't it?
And when you go to Jerusalem, they're all different.
And you've probably seen all the street signs are in Hebrew and Arabic. All the corners of Magnos are in Hebrew and Arabic. There are Arabs in the Israeli criticise, Arabs in the Israeli army, Arabs in the Israeli parliament, Arabs in the Israeli Supreme Court, Arabs in all good universities.
God told us we're going to back to Jerusalem. Promise. Allah promised to us you're going to back to Jerusalem.
No, Allah, the Palestinians. Where did he say that? Where did he say that? The word Jerusalem does not appear in the Quran. The word Jerusalem does not appear in the Quran. Not once does the word Jerusalem appear in the Quran. Show me where the word Jerusalem is in the Quran. I've got a Quran here.
We're going to back to Jerusalem. We're going to back again.
Yes. All the Qurans, yes. Yes.
Don't worry. God told us we're going to back. We're going to back with big arms. Back to Jerusalem.
What's the chapter and verse? What's the chapter and verse? What's the chapter and verse?
We're going back to Jerusalem.
What, but you don't know it says so in
Israel.
Tell me the chapter and verse. What chapter and verse?
سبحان الذي أسرى به One second. I'm gonna give you.
When is it?
We don't know the time exactly, but we're gonna do.
What do you want to do?
This is
if I do that's not going to say that we're going to speak. If I do an
So you, what happened to you?
17.
You know, you're gonna lose. The first one. You're gonna back again and go.
Let's head over to Danny Shine, the legend.
Oh, but look at it, and the word Jerusalem does not appear here. Here we are.
With ejaculation. Nobody's speaking about that.
Beware of the sexy ladies.
Never the consequences of ejaculation.
I know, you're jealous from me.
Forget about the consequences.
Jealous from me? Yeah, from us, jealous of you.
We care about the feeling.
Care about the feeling? You're right. Jealous of. I've got something to say to you as well.
Oh no. I'm in trouble.
How attractive to women you all are.
Danny Shine said he's got something, a message for me. Oh no, I'm in trouble now, guys.
I haven't got a message for you, I've got a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. In the light of what just happened, the question is pregnancy a tragedy? Because when I see someone like that, I think what a terrible, multiple tragedy. Tragedy for his parents, a tragedy for him, and a tragedy for all of us and for society. What a terrible, terrible tragedy that pregnancy was. And my question is pregnancy not always a tragedy, and it's just the degree to which it's a tragedy, and to whom? To whom is pregnancy a tragedy, and should we really be assuming that it is a tragedy, rather than congratulating people for getting pregnant? If you do see someone pregnant, I would suggest that you console them for this tragic occurrence in their lives. You console them for what's about to come. You console them for the pain of birth and the risk of dying even. You console them for what my mother suffered from for many years. Was you? Postnatal depression after I was born. And she in fact never got over it.
Go figure.
Never got over it. And you too, if you get pregnant, madam, you could suffer from postnatal depression. Did you know that? Yes, you. Doesn't matter how old or lovely you are, you don't know. You might realise after you had the child what a terrible mistake it was, which is what postnatal depression is. It might take you a bit longer. But the question is pregnancy a tragedy? That's what I'd like to ask you. What do you think? Has anybody got any thoughts about it? What do you think, madam? No? It's not a tragedy? Yes, you're saying that because you're probably a little bit suffering a little bit from confirmation bias, don't you think?
I have two beautiful.
Exactly, that's right. You have two beautiful, smart kids there. They're beautiful and smart now, of course, right? But you don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? And you can't imagine, by the way, how much trouble they've given her over the years as well, right? They'd probably put... Are you the father, son? Look, he's gone grey, he's lost his hair, he probably had a full hair of black hair before he started with them lot, right? Right? And when he goes to the bloody bank, then it's a bloody tragedy, isn't it? When you look at how much money is left after you shelled it all out on them, right? And this is only the beginning. You wait till all the hormones start kicking in, and then they come home and you have to drive them to the clinic to see if they've got any gonorrhea. You know what I mean? It happens to a lot of people, not just, your children, not any different to anybody else's, right? The tragedy you may not have noticed the little tragedies all along, but there could be some terrible tragedies in the going for us, especially in our society, What on earth did you bring them here for? You didn't realise that pregnancy was a tragedy at the time, did you? Because the whole of our society spreads a lie about it all. Oh, it's wonderful news. Well done. I mean, if you think about it, you know, I know there's young people here, so I'll try and be, you know, a little bit. Oh look, off she goes. Surprise, surprise, off she goes quickly with the kids. Don't let them hear this guy. Don't let them hear him tell us what the reality of life is about to happen when their hormones start kicking in. Yeah, when they come home and that little cute little one's pregnant, right? Then we'll see if pregnancy is a tragedy. Then when she's pregnant, right? So I'm saying, disagree with me. I say it's time to start telling the truth about pregnancy. It's a terrible tragedy to befall anybody. I don't know why anybody would want to get pregnant. Why on earth would you want to, like, risk your life for the sake of some little parasite growing within you that might not have half of your good genes or bad ones, could end up with half of your bad ones, right? And half of your partner's bad ones. That's what happened with my case, my mum and dad, right? They weren't that good to start with. I got all the bad ones. That's why I've ended up here. So I'm saying pregnancy is a tragedy, and I can give you a lot of evidence, and I can give you, for example, this guy comes to my talks quite regularly. I regard his mother's pregnancy as a terrible tragedy. There's no point in him being here. He's not doing anything at all on the planet. He just comes here every day and makes a joke and da-da-da-da. He doesn't listen to a word I have to say. And the guy, right, basically what I'm saying is that if he made someone pregnant, that would be a terrible tragedy. A terrible tragedy.
Your wife popped
A
out
poor
3
tragedy.
kids.
Imagine being the woman that made pregnant by that guy. Imagine. Right? What a terrible tragedy.
But your wife popped out
And then,
3 kids.
if she went ahead with it, she didn't go for the right thing, which would be an abortion. Anybody, by the way, can get pregnant with this guy's baby, abort immediately while you
But
can,
your
right?
wife
But if
popped
they
out 3
don't go for
kids.
abortion because the religion told them they're not allowed to, no, they don't look after the kids afterwards. What did that one? All those pro-life
Your
people,
wife
where are they when the
popped out
baby's
3
screaming
kids.
and crying,
Your
right?
fault.
If you impregnate a lady, you should make sure. I mean, seriously, what do you think about? Is that not a tragedy? A tragedy for the woman, a tragedy for the child? Who would want to have you as a father? Look at you. You're in a terrible state.
But you popped out 3 kids. You're a hypocrite.
What's that got to do
Your
with
wife
anything?
popped out 3 kids.
So what? That was a
Your
long
fault.
time ago, before I understood what I understand now. Before I realised what I was doing.
Everyone's going to make a
Before I
mistake.
realised that I took a genetic gamble. Yeah, and there's no reason that even with me and my wife's characteristics, we could still have come out with someone who's below average intelligence, like this guy over here.
You popped out 3 kids.
It's not funny. I don't mind. I'm not making fun of you. Half the bloody population are below average intelligence. The problem is that the average intelligence isn't very high to start with. That's number one. Number two, I don't mind you being below average intelligence. It's fine.
Politicians
what I'm
are
worried about is that 80% of people who are below average intelligence think they're above average intelligence because they don't stupid. They don't know how to calculate it. They don't even know what it means. They haven't even thought about it. They just assume that they're above average intelligence, right? And the fact that that's the case, it means he could reproduce. He could make someone pregnant, which I claim anybody can prove me wrong. That his making any woman pregnant will not be a tragedy, multiple level tragedy. If you disagree
I'm
with
a fucking wife. What do you say about that? Well, basically, look, you made mistakes. Let everyone make their mistake. Let everyone make their mistake. You had opportunity to make a mistake 3 times. Let everyone make their mistake.
This is what I'm trying to say. I don't need to pay people to come here. They just volunteer to prove what I'm saying.
How can
this guy making someone pregnant is going to be a tragedy? But the same applies to everybody. So don't do it. And don't let it happen to you.
Don't do
if
what
you
you've
become
done.
pregnant, that is a tragedy. It's a terrible thing. You're going to get fat. You're going to be sick. You're going to crave chocolates and smoked salmon and I don't know.
Don't forget the money's all gone.
Right,
All
the
the money's
money
gone.
goes. You're going to be robbed. that kid's going to rob you. When you get pregnant, you are creating a parasite. And the parasite just starts inside you. Then once it gets out, it carries on being a parasite for the rest of your life.
Right, say something positive. One thing positive about getting a woman pregnant.
No, I'm not saying anything positive. Society keeps going on about that. It's not positive. There's nothing positive about getting pregnant. It'll ruin your life.
One thing positive.
Imagine if you had a kid like that. Madam, how would you like that? After 9 months of pregnancy and 20 years and 300 grand, 500, £1 million later, you got this. That's why I say pregnancy is a tragedy.
Something positive.
And definitely, if this guy makes someone pregnant, that will be a multiple tragedy. A tragedy for the woman, a tragedy for the child, and a tragedy for him, and a tragedy for the rest of us.
Oh yeah.
I don't know it in French, I'm sorry. Tragedy. Tragedy.
How do you say bullshit?
Tragedy. That's right. Well done.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah, talk to you later.
That's right. You weren't cut because you didn't want any more tragedies. Exactly. Thank you.
Have you had the slip? Have you had the slip? So you can't make any more babies. So you can't even make any more babies.
Whether I've had
well, you're encouraging people. You're encouraging people to have babies.
Listen.
You're encouraging people. I was wondering if you had the slip.
No. Whether I've had this, it's none of your business. But what your business needs. No, your business needs to be focused on yours. Have you had the snip?
No.
What? After I've told you about 50 times, you've got to sort it now.
That's right. It's not healthy.
I will personally drive you to the clinic.
I'm natural.
You're natural?
I'm natural.
Oh my God. What's good about being natural, by the way? Nature is horrific. Look what nature creates. Any old rubbish. Look around there. This is what nature's created. All these morons who aren't saying anything. They're not listening to each other. Load of old rubbish. Natural.
Natural's okay.
No, natural's not okay if it leads to you procreating or making someone pregnant.
But
it doesn't matter if it's natural, you must not make a tragedy.
Everyone gets
You must not make this mistake and create a tragedy.
If they want to.
No, not if they want to. Make a mistake on your own in your bedroom. That's right, but not in somebody else's life.
Why are you saying
it's a serious mistake?
Can you say something
It's a tragedy.
Say something positive about kids. Say something positive about kids.
Oh yeah.
So one thing positive about making kids.
The only thing positive about kids. There you go, you just said it.
Well, one thing positive, come on man. You've got kids. You said they're all negative then.
Pressure. You've got to keep showing how content. Yeah. And he started.
Where are the sexy ladies?
So, ladies and gentlemen, my question today is pregnancy a tragedy? And we are asking the crowd, what do you think? Madam, do you think pregnancy is a tragedy? No? Why not?
She's a woman, man, that's why.
Madam, do you think pregnancy is a tragedy?
He has a famous sexual right to
know. Not sure? Fair enough.
I don't know.
Some people don't know, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know, I suppose it could be a tragedy. Well, yeah, exactly. The way things are going, man, downhill.
Look around.
Exactly. Look, without pregnancy is a tragedy.
Diversity.
Yes.
I'm the only smart one here, guys. I haven't had any yet. Unlike him over there, who's had 3. Not yet. Not yet.
Some people have and have forced them to have abortions.
You did 3 times.
Yeah, you fucked your wife 3 times and got baby out of the day.
I know, not very smart, was it? Look at you now.
I know. I'm skint, I'm in a mess.
Talking bullshit in Middle Speaker's Corner, man. Come on.
I'm talking bullshit in Middle
Is this what happens when you have kids? They'll turn out like you? Oh, man.
And just hanging out in an asylum. This is madness. Listen, just listen. I'd like to invite your listeners.
Guys in the chat, do you want me to end up like this?
To just listen to the sound of the asylum. This is what an asylum sounds like. Just remain quiet for 30 seconds and just listen mindfully to the sound of this madness.
We're live at Waffle Corner, guys.
Should be 2 seconds.
Free the world. Great.
Then he came back to say
that's what they all do.
For years. 3.77 million.
I wish I had that many. Imagine the bucks that would put the world in.
Giving events and everything.
Yeah.
But then he probably has enough money to just go content on there stuff to generate money.
Sure. Yeah.
Every million
Like,
views,
I know a guy that has got 2.5 million subscribers, and he puts out 5 videos a week, reaching 1 million views each video.
That's like 60.
Yeah, a week.
You could quit in a year.
Yeah, no, he's been doing it for years.
I don't know if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You got 300. Just move to another country, you never pay tax. Just keep moving. That's what I would do. If I had $1 million happen, just keep moving to different countries, you never pay tax there.
Sure.
But you can't tell that.
Right, guys, let's move to the next speaker, to the next waffler.
It took me literally 2 seconds to read
Danny? Oh, guys, I need to unload my bladder. I think I'm going to end the stream there and hit the gents. I might be back. Look out for the next live stream if I'm back in the next half an hour, guys. Find Bob says SPC. He's not here. He is not here today. Maybe he's out enjoying the sun. Jimmy Wayne says that's what beer does to you. Oh, we've got another legend here. Hello, legend. Rick Bongo from Instagram.
Yeah, Bongo Nick.
Bongo Nick on Instagram. Do you have a few words to say for the live viewers? Any message?
Not really.
No messages.
No message yet.
No?
Oh, actually, be careful. Be careful what's going on in Ireland. Maybe at the moment.
What's going on in Ireland?
Just keep an eye on that situation. It might develop.
What?
Something quite big.
Like what? Give us a little hint.
Watch what somebody. I think his name is Michael Young or something like that.
Michael Young.
Yan. I got. Hang on. Let me just find out.
Look out for Michael Yan, says Nick Bongo from Instagram.
Yeah, he's got something interesting to say. And Ireland isn't so far away, you know. Let me just find out for you.
Is there any questions you guys to ask?
No questions.
Rick, Nick Bongo from YouTube, Instagram.
Look, if I show you this, Michael Yon, Y-O-N.
Michael
Will you
Yon.
be able to see this if I give you the link? There we go. Is that in focus?
A bit up. No, it's not in focus. No.
All right, Rumble and.
Oh, Rumble.
Yeah, basically, I'll give you the title of the video. White genocide begins in UK and Europe. It's an interesting video.
And that's going to happen where? In Scotland, you said. Ireland.
Ireland. To be sure it is. To be sure.
That's just taking the piss now.
Yeah, of course it is. But no, watch the video, and it's quite, you know, it's quite gripping. Well, I was this morning anyway. Yeah,
so what is the video called? Guys, go head to Rumble now and check out the video of Michael Young.
Yon.
Michael Yan. Michael Yon.
No.
On
Wait,
Rumble.
Hang on. What does it call again? Michael Yon. Y-O-N.
Michael Yon on Rumble, guys. Go check him out, whoever he is.
I'll tell you what happens. I didn't really know much about him, and sometimes to get to sleep at night, I put on a Rumble video and I listen to it, and then I fall asleep during the middle of it. And the thing is, what happens is it then plays another video.
You should listen to ASMR. That will make you quickly fall asleep.
Oh, maybe I should do that then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, after one Rumble video and you fall asleep, it just plays another and another. It's just like,
and then it goes into your head and it brainwashes you.
It might be brainwashing me.
Manipulates you.
But when I sort of get half awake, it's on another video, and it happened to be on this one, which I wouldn't have otherwise watched.
Right.
But it's an interesting one. Yeah. So that's my thought for the day.
That's his thought for the day, guys. Check him out on Instagram. Bongo Nick.
Bongo Nick 1 if you want.
Bongo Nick 1 on Instagram, guys. Go smash his like button, and if you can support his channel, go smash his subscribe button.
196, I think.
He currently got 196. Let's make it 200 by the end of the day.
That would be great. See you later.
You okay, yeah?
Yeah, apart from I got pain on my shoulder, slept in the wrong way, or I was holding up something. You hit this video, even when I'm helping peers and others, holding up the camera.
He doesn't have a regular cameraman, does he?
No.
Random.
So you're doing anything, you hold the camera, sort of thing. So I hold it up 20 minutes later, or 25 minutes later.
Sometimes 2 hours later.
Yeah, I did suggest to get something like your
Sure. It's only like 20 quid on Amazon.
And that's the thing to hold the phone.
All those donations that he's getting, spend a bit on kit, you know?
I think you should.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Tell him local experimentally said invest in some stock for camera.
Yeah. At least get
then he can
stand.
stand there and just speak to the camera as long as he wants. You know?
That would be much better.
I'll
advise him.
Some of them, like Louis' one, it goes up 10 feet. You know, this one goes up only 8 feet.
That's enough. What do you want?
Sure.
No, this is probably better. And it's lighter for you to carry.
This cost me about 28 quid.
And it collapses to something pretty
it goes up to here.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting one myself. Why do you just
Amazon.
It's fine. And get one of those holders, spring-loaded holders for the phone.
It comes with it.
Seriously? It came with the holder?
It comes with it.
That's amazing.
It doesn't come with the mic. You got to buy it separately. And like this, I got a charger and a microphone together.
Very important to get both. But no, that's a bargain. You know. So
about 50 quid for the whole set with the portable charger. No, this cost me about 50 quid.
I've got a second-hand one. The battery doesn't last very long.
Yeah, no, this lasts forever almost. It takes forever to charge.
Brilliant. So Hyde's going to be speaking, I think, shortly, and then Piers and
I don't have anyone to look after the camera.
No, be careful.
I've been drinking it.
Yeah. Most people, when they leave their stands and cameras up, seem to, even the unattended ones, seem to stay. Do you think?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't risk it myself. I would risk it. If it was mine,
I was going to end it there, but you come along, so I thought, let's say hello to Nick Bongo from Instagram. Don't you have a YouTube channel yet?
I mean, this it took me years before I even get that. It's like on Christmas, I was thinking, you know, some time Christmas Day. Why am I resisting it all this time? Just trying to
Hopefully you've smashed the 200 mark now.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
What's happened very recently, only literally within the last week, is that I'm getting likes from almost like random things. Sort of
people scroll, you know, and then
no, it's not random, normal people. You know, if you have profiles which are, let's say, you know, just after sex, women and things like that, and they're liking these.
They like the beard.
Oh, I don't like it. But the names, you know.
Women these days love a bit of facial hair. Yes, you do.
But no, these aren't. I think it's a box or something.
Oh, right.
The names are like gobbledygoo. Yeah. English ones got like 5 or 6 numbers at the end.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'm being shaded.
They do it now anyway.
Shadow band, I think. Instead of having 100 people on the live stream, I got 7. During the lockdown, YouTube was shadow banning me for 180 days. So from 500 people watching on the live stream to 6 people watching.
Did they tell you it was 180 days, or did you find out just when I
was cancelled days? From this, it shows your average on all their statistics. And then you're back 180 days of hunting.
And then so that was a classic case.
And then I got striked by YouTube for another 100. For 360 days, I was completely shut down. During the lockdown, especially.
With all that misinformation. They were tapping down. It's true. But here's what a video literally last week on his YouTube channel. They now strike.
Yeah, I went on to TikTok. My first 2 videos got me striked and banned.
Alan,
my first 2 videos got me striked and banned.
That's completely. So
So I can't go on to
another email address.
Well, I couldn't do that.
Profile.
Yeah, I could do that.
See, what's the material? What? Just like stuff like we do.
You know, in the Hyde Park, back in the lockdown, where there's protests and stuff with the police. That was it. 2 videos of that. Completely banned. Oh, I need to go. Yeah, I need to go. Let me shut it down, and I'll be back. I might restart the live stream again. Sure. At this time, I've been here for 3 hours now, and there's more people now than there were 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I think we restarted.
Sure.
Second part too.
Sure. Yeah. Nick, always a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much.
The man of the day.
I don't know about that. See you later.
Right, guys, thank you to everybody for joining the stream today. It's been a pleasure live streaming for you guys. I'll catch you all next week again here live at Speaker's Corner. So thank you to everybody for joining. Thank you to all the people that have smashed the like button and put 1 in the chat. Thank you to everybody for subscribing and supporting the channel, and thank you to all the super chatters. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have all of this tech that I do. So thank you to everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care.